Hello, children. In the previous class of Animal Around Me, we have discussed about the parts of birds' body, their legs, their beaks, their structures, and how we can identify it, and we can particularly know about the birds. How what are the things they can eat with their beaks, children's, and their beaks is usually tells us about the food that particular birds can eat. So today we will also discuss about the some other features of birds like grain eating birds. The birds who can eat grains, they are sparrow, robins, and pigeons, having a strong, short, and a hard beak. Okay, and that helps them to cross the seas. This sparrow, robins, and pigeons have the strong, short, and hard beaks that helps them to cross the seas. Okay, and woodpeckers use their strong and chisel-shaped beak to poke holes in the trunk and pull out insects to feed on. Okay, and woodpeckers use their strong and uh, seashells mm, shape beak to poke on the pointed beak. Pointed beaks helps them to poke on holes in a tree. Means poke means that they can make an holes with that their pointed and a strong beaks in a tree trunks and pull out insects from insects to feed on. Okay, and hummingbirds and sunbirds use their long, slim, and pointed beaks as a straw to sip nectar out from the flowers. And hummingbirds and sunbirds use their long, pointed, slim beak to straw to sip nectar from the flowers. Okay, and parakeet use their curved beaks, and parakeet use their curved beak to crack open nuts. Parakeets use their uh, curb beak to crack open the nuts. And predators like eagles, kites, and owl have a strong, sharp, and hooked beaks that help them tear out the flesh of their prey. And children's predators means birds who eat dead animals, flesh of dead animals. Okay, and these are the eagles, kites, and owl have a strong, sharp, and hooked beak, and that helps them to tear out the flesh of their prey. Okay, and some fish eating birds like some birds can eat fish and catch and hold. Okay, sorry. Some fish eating birds like kingfishers and herons have a sharp and pointed beaks that they use as a tongue to catch and hold their foods. And some birds who eat fish, these type of birds are kingfishers and herons having sharp and pointed beak that they can use their beak as like a tongue to catch and hold the food. Okay, and the swallow has an hard board and a short beak that is sticky inside. The swallow has a broad and a short beak that they have a sticky beak inside and sticky inside. They have the shallow birds have broad and it's sticky inside it, and when it sticky, and as it flies about it with its beaks open, small insect gets stuck inside its open beak and soon become food that the swallows. Okay, swallows. This swallow has a board and a big short beak with a sticky inside his mouth or in a beak, and When it opens, all the insects get stuck inside its mouth when it opens and become, they can make their food, and it becomes a food for shallows. Okay, ducks and geese have broad and flat beaks with holes on either side. Ducks and geese have broad and flat beaks. Children, this type of broad and flat beaks, dogs and uh, geese have broad and flat beaks with holes in either side. Both the sides they have their holes. Okay, and as they swim on the water, they dip their neck down and run their open beaks through water. When they swim in the water, they dip their neck down to the down and run their open beaks through water. Okay, and when they when they close their beaks, the muddy water drains out of the holes in their beaks, leaving their food trapped inside. When ducks and geese put their necks inside water, they can run and open beaks through water. Okay, and children, you have often seen the ducks who were swimming on water, and when they close their beak, they can throw, or they can drain out muddy water from the holes of their two side beaks, and they can keep their, or they can trap their food inside their mouth. Okay, and children, birds build nests to keep their young ones safe from the enemies and bad weather. Children, this type of nest, you can see there are different types of nest who birds made this. Some birds make this type of nest, some birds make this type, this, and there are different types of nest made by a different uh, birds to save their young ones from enemies and a bad weathers. Okay, and eggs are laid in the security of nests. They can lay their eggs in the nest for the security, and the little chicks hatch out of this lake's weak and feather lake, and from that egg their little chicks hatch come out from this eggs, and they are, when they are very early at the time, they were very weak and featherless, and here they are carved, care for and fed by the mother and father birds till they are strong enough to fly and feed themselves. Okay, in the nest, they both the mother and a father feed and care their baby little birds, and they till they will not become strong and enough and they can fly and feed by themselves, they will take care of their uh, young ones. Okay, and so once they do, the nest is not needed anymore. Once they didn't need the nest anymore, birds usually build a new nest the next time they lay eggs on the new nest. Okay, once they use that nest, they leave that nest. If they required a new nest, they again made a new nest and lay the eggs. Not all the birds will build nests. Some just find a secure place to lay their eggs there. There are different kinds of nests built by different kinds of birds. Some look messy, while some are like a delicate work of arts. Not all the birds will make a nest, but some birds will lays their eggs where they can feel, and their eggs will be safely, they lay their eggs on that place. Okay, and there are different kinds of nest built by different kinds of birds, and some will look like a messy, and but some are like a delicate work of art, like this nest, and this nest are very this and these are the nice and a beautiful art made or work of this some birds, but this nest are like, looks like a very messy. Okay, and the body of the bird is covered with feathers. Children, so you know very well that the all the birds are covered their body with the feathers, and the Air spaces between the feather keep a bird's body light and help it fly. The air spaces between the feather keep a bird's body light and helped it to fly. There are mainly three kinds of feathers on the bird's body. There are three types of feathers on the body of a bird. The skin of a bird is covered with body feather. Whole the body of the birds will covered by a body feathers, and down feathers are small in size. Down feathers means this type of size of are in feathers are known as the down feathers, are small in size and very soft and delicate, and this keep the birds, this type of down feather keeps the birds warm. This fluffy feathers can be felt on a bird's breast and belly. This fluffy feathers can be mostly you can see in the breast and the belly of the birds. Okay, these portions and breast and belly portions. Okay, and the flight feathers means these flight feathers which are long and strong are found on the bird's wings and tail. This type of feathers, this is known as a flight feathers. These are long and strong and mostly found in the birds strong are found on the bird's swing and tail side. This tail sides and swing sides. Okay, and these feathers helps the birds to fly. This type of feathers uh, helps birds to fly. This flight feathers means this type of feathers. Okay, children, this type of feathers is mostly found, and this helps them to fly. Okay, and although all birds have wings, not all can fly. All the birds have wings, but all not all can fly. Like an ostrich can does not flap its wings when it gets excited, but it can not fly. Ostrich children's the birds, the name of the birds, that is ostrich, that can flap but it cannot fly. When it excited, it's flap its wings, but it cannot be fly. It's however is a very fast runner, but ostrich isn't very fast runner. Okay, and penguin being expert in swimming, children's penguin is very expert in swimming, use their wings and flippers underwater or paddles with when they slide along the ice on their bellies. But whereas penguins isn't very expert in swimming and use their wings and flippers underwater or paddles, or they can use their legs as in paddles when they slide along the ice on their bellies. Okay,